Nice to see you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you. I'm so excited you are coming to Festival of Doers in London in January.
Can't wait.
Okay, let's start our little chat by it's best if you tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Okay, great. My name is Claude Silver, and I am the Chief Heart Officer at VaynerMedia. That's heart, as in heart here.
I love it.
Not, yeah. I work for an incredible guy named Gary Vaynerchuk, who started this agency 8.5 years ago. My one and only job is to infuse the agency with empathy, kindness, self-awareness, EQ. And I do that by touching every single employee. And so that's a directive from Gary. I spend my days doing a lot of one-on-ones. I have town halls. I do personal coaching. I do a lot of people operations. I oversee HR and talent and anything that has to do with people and their experience at VaynerMedia. And it's an honor, and I'm very humbled to have this position.
Oh, it sounds fantastic. I'm sure there's lots of women who would kill for that job. I'm very interested in how people define success. So I think very often there's a very stereotypical way of looking at success, and we get very disappointed when we don't get there because it's not satisfying. So I always want to hear what is your kind of genuine personal definition of success.
Yeah. So how long do we have? No, I'm joking. I was one of those people that knew I always had potential, but I didn't know how I would get there. I just thought I would wake up one day. I didn't realize the amount of self-worth I needed and self-work I needed to do in order to get to what I define as success. For me, success is very, very holistic. My emotional success and health, I should say, is utmost the most important thing that I can ever think about. If I am not emotionally in sync and grounded and thinking with my heart and my head connected, I'm nothing. And so I've spent a lot of time doing that and making sure that I can hear the voice in here that is my true authentic voice. As you said, what is my true authentic definition of success? So it's very, very whole person growth is how I look at success. I don't look at it by what's in my checking account. That's always nice. That is the cherry on top of the cake. But I look at it as the amount of authentic generosity I'm able to provide every single day. The amount of friends I have in my life, true friends, and really, truly, the health and wellness of people I love, my family, my friends, is super, super important. And these are things, without any of those things, I've got nothing, So that is success. It's not based on my title.
Yeah, I love that. You mentioned self-work and self-worth. So could you share a little bit about your journey, maybe a turning point or something that has helped you to get here?
Yeah. So a turning point for me was probably the period of time that I was able to let my shame go. Shame of what I had been carrying for a very long time, as a lot of us do, but that I was really, really able to finally understand its genesis, finally understand the stories it was concocting inside me and the story I was then presenting to the world. And when I was able to do that, which is, by the way, it's fluid. It comes and it goes and it comes and it goes, but it certainly doesn't come as often as it used to. And so the turning point for me was really when I was able to make peace with it, silence it, and really ask that part of me to sit in the back seat. And that's happened in my 40s. I would say probably, in my 40s. I'm still in my 40s. So that's really what it was. I think, I'll certainly do more talking about that at the festival.
I think a lot of women struggle with that, and we definitely see that in the DrivenWoman groups. Would you have any tools or tips for somebody who, knows that there is more, and they want more, and they want to express their true, authentic self, and they want to do the self-work, but maybe are somehow stuck in that shame scenario?
Yeah. Well, there's so many different avenues that you can take. I think for me, I really was very interested in human behavior at a very young age. And so I poked around in different spiritualities and different modalities of psychology and healing. Confidence is in order to self-confidence, in order to deal with any of those shameful voices. And I found that in athletics. I also found self-confidence in just being very, very certain of my own voice, as I said earlier. When I could really hear my voice, and I made sure that it wasn't cluttered or staticky. And so spending a lot of time alone has helped me. Having some mantras has helped me. I did an amazing therapy once called EMDR, which is the tapping therapy.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah, it was super helpful. And I found certain phrases that I would say over and over and over and over when I found myself either shrinking or just getting into a mental jam. And they've really, really helped. So, my way isn't, take the gift and leave the rest. But for me, I think realizing, that I'm never alone, ever. And I'm certainly not the only person that goes through this or in this lifetime. So that helps, knowing that you're not alone. Finding something to believe in greater than yourself is really awesome, whether or not that is spirituality or a mountaintop or an ocean, anything like that. And finding some kind of stillness has helped me. And by the way, stillness doesn't mean that I don't have music on. I do, but I'm still.
Yeah.
So those are things that have helped.
That's great. And thank you for that. And I'm very much looking forward to sharing and hearing your wisdom in January in London with all the other doer women that we are going to meet that day.
I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. And I'm really honored to have been asked. And thank you for asking me these questions. I'm excited to be around like-minded people with open hearts.
Thank you.